Yo, this shit OP.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Cal, bringing another video on the channel today. So how you guys doing? It's a Monday afternoon, and yeah, I just thought I'd put out a nice little talk video for you guys today. Maybe just be aware of more perspectives than you think, and overall just help you within your daily life and just develop some self-growth, self-discovery, and just overall just better yourself as a person. So before we get into the video today, I just want to say this is my opinion and my opinion only. Even though it does speak my own truth, it may not speak your truth. Just if you hear something I say, make sure you research it yourself, question it. Don't just believe what I say. I'm not an expert, but I highly recommend you guys dive into this type of material through spirituality, through meditation, to drastically impact your emotional stability and mindset and overall health within you, and it leads to better external benefits. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So the topic of today is breaking free of the mind to control your emotions and feelings. And also, to start off this video, I just want to say, you are not your thoughts. Have you ever just been sitting there, just maybe not in like a bad mood, but you're just sitting there and you get these random compulsive thoughts, these involuntary thoughts that come into your mind without you even thinking, without you even trying to think about it. It could be like you could be playing video games, and then something about your ex could come in, and you'll be like, damn, that thought turns into a feeling, and that feeling turns into a belief, and it dictates your reality. This has been a big experience for me, because I was like, damn, man, I used to identify with my thoughts, and I used to think I was my mind, and my mind would control me. Our mind is not meant to just think about all these involuntary thoughts and all these compulsive thoughts. So we only control about 5 to 10% of our conscious mind. So this has to do with willpower, long-term memory, logical thinking, critical thinking, right? And our subconscious mind is about 90%, and that's like our long-term values, beliefs, behaviors, and different characteristics we have built up over time. And overall, this can play a major impact within our reality without us even being aware of it. So that our conscious mind is everything we're aware of, right? Within our own mindset. But our subconscious mind, our subconscious mind helps develop these compulsive thoughts and involuntary mindset development processes that we don't even have control over, And so today's video is just kind of breaking free of that, and how our mind over time locks us in a box. Our subconscious mind is a very powerful force that usually overtakes the willpower of our conscious mind, right? So say for instance, I wanted to read this book, right? And my subconscious mind is like, hey man, there's a bed right over there, you might as well go crash on it instead of reading. That's my subconscious mind being like, yo dude, you should go relax, you should go chill out, and instead of reading the book, which your conscious mind wants to do because it's beneficial for you. So yeah, that's just kind of like a little comparison. So these compulsive and involuntary thoughts that we get on a daily basis, right? Through meditation, I was able to realize that we are able to observe our thoughts from a neutral standpoint. You see, when you're in a meditative state, right, you're in kind of this neutral standpoint when you choose to be, right? You set that intention right before you start meditating. So you're in this kind of neutral standpoint, and what I was able to do is I was able to separate myself from my mind within my own conscious head, right? I was able, when I was sitting there, concentrating on my mind, I was able to observe my thoughts, and I was able to see these compulsive things come in, and to see like different thoughts I would have on it within seconds, And it's crazy to think how our mind never shuts off. Our mind is constantly thinking. This is a personal thing I'm trying to do, and I'm on not necessarily a journey to enlightenment, but a process to enlightenment. And enlightenment is honestly you just breaking free of your mind and honestly developing a pure sense of being in the moment, right? Not constantly thinking. Our mind's purpose is to absorb information and use that information to help us survive and get the task at hand done, right? So 95% of the time when we take in information, not even take in information, right? Our mind is just constantly racing, making noise, and it's distracting us by thinking about future thoughts and past thoughts, and honestly just dictates our reality. And separating yourself from your mind, right, you're able to be more within the moment. Your mind is off. You're in this flow state of mind. I constantly talk about this. You're in this flow state. You're in this natural flow state. Your mind is off, and you're just naturally your true essence, your true being. It controls us, and we identify with it because we don't know any better. And it's something our mind has evolved into. This is kind of like a counter towards who we really are, and everything you think you know, everything you associate yourself with, you're not actually that, because eventually you learn that, right? So by watching your thoughts from a neutral standpoint, right, you're able to disassociate yourself with these learned processes in your brain, right? So if you learn to naturally think negative, you can unlearn to naturally think negative. And so by creating that gap, right, you create that gap from your mind and yourself. Your mind has a lot more power than you think, right? If you're able to do this, you're able to experience true joy, true bliss, true happiness constantly, unconditionally, right? These are hard emotions to achieve on a constant basis. I'm not saying I'm at that point, but this is kind of the process I'm on. And it's something that different people who have been practicing meditation and spirituality for a long time have achieved. And it's honestly a great place, because everything you think you know is not actually what's going on, right? All that matters is in what's in here, and who we truly are. And just by looking at it over time, we have become prisoner to the mind, right? And by growing up, right, at a young age, we were constantly curious, we were constantly euphoric, we had constant joy just about learning new things, open-minded, we were curious, all these different things at a young age. And each of us were given this, we weren't controlled by the mind, but over time, our mind evolved into this controlling freakazoid, like, you need to do this, you need to do that, and it's all these different things based off social constructs, so societal norms. It's overall shaped our mind into believing that we actually are it. We actually are our mind. So essentially, by creating that gap, right, you're able to go back to how we were before we developed into our new state of mind over time, and you're able to gain awareness of our subconscious and gain more awareness of overall what things are dictating how you're feeling, you're thinking, and just overall you're able to control your mind and limit how much it controls you within the present moment, because the present moment is all we have, right? We can't control the past. We can dictate to our future, but we cannot control our future. Life is a fluctuating up and down roller coaster, and that we just can't control. I hope you guys can realize that, and just realize you are not your thoughts. There's many YouTube videos out there that probably explain this better than I did, but overall this past week has been a really eye-opening week, because I started reading The Power of Now, and it's by Eckhart Tolle, and overall just a great spiritual teacher, and very eye-opening, and I've only made it through like 30 pages of the book, but I can just tell it's going to be a great book it's going to tremendously help me develop and expand my consciousness to be able to control my subconsciousness even more than I think, and just overall diminish my ego and be in the present moment as much as I can, and get rid of this disease that I have in my head. If you guys enjoyed this video, I know it's might have been difficult to follow, but definitely research about this. All you have to type in is breaking free of the mind, and I'm sure you'll come up with something. It's definitely a lot to take in, so if you need to take a break, definitely do it. It can take a toll on you just by learning so much at one time, and maybe it's just such an eye-opening experience for you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Break free of your mind, man. We're all stuck in this cage, and overall, just be your true essence, true being that you were once, and experience true joy, unconditional happiness, unconditional love for yourself, and be in the moment as much as possible, because that's all we have, that's all we can control. So I love you guys, take care, and peace the fuck out.